Okay, to tell you a little bit about the characters. So the characters we've got are Dan, George and Sydney. I guess George would be the protagonist. And again, these characters came out of one of Dylan Thomas's short stories. So it's all a little bit abstract at the moment. So we're in the early stages of rehearsals. So everything, all the texture that is born from these characters are actually coming from the actors' own experiences. So we're building these characters as we rehearse. What we've discovered so far is that George is a poet in the making and doesn't want to disclose this to his mates. George at the beginning of the play is 13 years old and we see a year in his life. Then we've got Sydney, who's slightly older. He's probably about 15, 16 and he's a bit more of a city lad, I guess. And then Dan is Sydney's best mate, and Dan just does everything Sydney asks him to do, basically. So we've got a nice conflict of interest between George, who wants to be this poet, and Sydney and Dan, who just want to get up to mischief, basically.